Why are you still blundering in chess? Because you have mistakes in calculations. With help of the chess composition that you currently see on the screen, I will show you the way how to calculate lines in chess and how to blunder less and stop blundering at all. You definitely will improve your chess mindset after this video. My name is Pavel Martinov and welcome you to my YouTube channel, and let's start. So in this position, white to move, white to win. Let's analyze general point about this position. So what is the idea of black? They really looks forward to play king b4 and take our pawn on b3, and that would be the draw. For that reason, we don't even need to calculate king takes f7, king goes b4. So firstly, when we speak about the calculation, you need to have a logical overview on position, underline the features, understand it better, and create and move candidates. It should be 2 or 3 move candidates that are helping you with your main aim in this position. Here, our main aim currently is to save the pawn on b3 alive. How can we do this basically? We have 2 moves for that reason. The first one is bishop c3 check, and second is bishop a3, which is also looks logical because both of them prevents the king goes to b4. I need to admit a very important point that firstly, when we are calculating, we need to take a look on checks, takes, and attacks. I have the video about this rules of calculation. You can find this in description below this video. So let's start this way with bishop goes to c3 check, as this a check. Black need to play king b5. And now king takes f7 looks very logical to us. What's now? Now we need to find the best way for black. A very important thing that many chess players misses is that when you are calculating the lines, you're not playing white, even if it's your game. You are playing both colors. Calculations, it's not about which side you play and you want to prove that you have a best line. No, it's about finding the truth. So for both sides, black and white, you need to find the best decisions on each move. And if we will go deep inside, we can recognize that black has an idea to play a5 here. The point is to play a4, trying to trade the pawn. If black will trade the pawn, that would be absolutely a draw. So the line could goes like this. King e6, a4 now, b4, the only way to save the pawn. King goes c4. And this move is very uncomfortable for us because our bishop is attacked now. We need to move him back somewhere because he needs still to protect the pawn on b4. And now after a3, we see the problem that we would need to drop our b4 pawn to stop black's a pawn with our bishop, like bishop goes g3 following bishop e5. But on bishop g3, black can just capture the pawn on b4 and that's it. The variation is over, it's a draw. And now we can say for us that it's no basically sidelines in this line. We can say that bishop c3 first move is not going properly to our aim, so we need to drop this move. We are not interested in it. And now let's focus on the move bishop goes to a3. So now black has 2 move candidates. That looks logical. First of all is to play immediately f5, trying to push the pawn forward, and second one is to try the same idea king b5, a5, a4. Let's start with king b5 as we know this idea, and that would be easier for us to calculate this line. So king takes f7, everything is forced, right? a5, king a6, a4, b4. What to do now? King c4. Now we have the similar position, but our bishop is not on c3, he's on a3, so he's not attacked. We can move our king here to support the pawn with him, like king c6 and b5. King goes b3, the only way for black. But now our pawn would be first. It's not so tough to calculate this line, to be honest, because everything is very forced. You need to admit that it's really hard to calculate the lines when it's lots of sidelines that you need to take care about. Here the calculation is very strict and straightforward. That's why it's not so tough even to do this in your head. King takes a3, b6, king b2, b7, again forced, a3, b8 queen. To be honest, this position is winning for white. You need to have endgame knowledge to define it. With the pawn on a2, that would be the draw. This is not winning. But with the pawn on a3, at some point, black is losing. Like, for example, I will show you the idea. The idea is that black can't play for the stalemate because we always can put them into the zugzwang with the move queen b4. King goes a1, queen takes a3, winning. So we will receive with the checks this position, I mean that one, even if king is not going to a2. It's a stairs technique. By the way, on my YouTube channel, you can find a very nice playlist dedicated to the endgames. Learn endgames. So you still need to improve yourself in everything, and that will also affect your calculations and blundering, right? What a surprise. So that's, we analyze the king b5 first move. It's not works for black. So let's go to the most dangerous f5. The idea of this move that black wants to balance between moving their pawn and attacking our pawn on b3. The point is that if we would try to stop it with bishop d6, then just f4, it's not a hard variation, right? Easy tactics. Bishop takes, king goes b4, and that's it. The pawn, we will need to drop it. So that's why this variation is not going properly with us. And now to find the decision here for white. Basically now we need to have a feeling that black king is staying not so well, and we can create a checkmate net. So basically, to define such patterns, you better need to solve more chess puzzles and more chess compositions. Yes, that's also will make you blunder less. And it's also important part of the training. It's no like fantastic cure from everything, right? You need to work on chess, you need to solve puzzles, and that's what will bring you. I have a video when I recommend to solve puzzles every day some limit. You can find this as a channel trailer here, and you can find all the tips I provide to improve yourself. So here the checkmate net pattern is king goes f6. Now we want to stop this pawn. By the way, after f4, king e5, it really reminds the famous composition by Richard Reti in the Pawn and Games. I bet you need to know this. By the way, write in the comment, do you know this Richard Reti composition or not? Just interesting for me. f3, black need to move the pawn forward. King d4. All the time we want to stop this pawn, all the way around. So what to do now? If black will do some calm move, I don't know. So it's like we'll be winning after king f3. We will take the pawn and that's it. The game is over. So that's why f2 looks forced. And now king goes c5. That is the key from the door. The point is that the black king is completely exposed and we are using this. After f1 queen or whatever is the only black move to move the pawn, we have bishop b4 checkmate. Basically, that's a cute idea, and you need to calculate everything of this in your mind if we're speaking about the real practical game, right? I know that this looks hard, but if you will divide everything step by step how I proposed you in this video, if you will do trainings like puzzles and so on, you will be definitely better in calculations. I hope that you liked my video and that was useful. Expect your comment below the video, your like, and hit subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you on my new episodes.